We are live. Hey, appreciate you joining us, Jose. Should I call you Jose or Bitter Rose? I don't know what I'm supposed to call you.
Whatever you're comfortable with, Tyson. I'm okay with it.
I'd love to call you by Jose if that's okay. I
Yeah,
did not in
absolutely.
the green room. I'm like, we always call you
No,
Bearded Rose, so
no, Jose is fine.
it's a great name.
Thank you.
So everyone, appreciate you guys coming to the Copper Lodge. We'll just scroll down and see who's here. We got Joshua Ricks, who was first. Appreciate you coming, brother. What's up, E?
What's up, everyone?
I really want to get E eventually on. I still have never seen him, and I know I think he said he's from Guatemala, and I think that's so cool. What part of Guatemala, by the way? I've always been curious. Josh is, like I said. What's up, Vato? Appreciate you coming, man.
Vato, what's up?
Hey, Casey. Appreciate you joining us. Billy, appreciate you. Let me know when you're coming to Utah again, man. We'll have to do breakfast or something. We got Russ. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, hit the like button if you have a chance. Hey, what's up, Joey? And we got Fear the Beard. What's up, man? Appreciate you joining us. And then we got Mark. Appreciate you, Mark. Thanks for coming, man.
What's up, Mark?
So, yeah. So why don't we just get started? I'd like to be. Oh, wait. We got Eric. I haven't seen Eric in here for a while. How you doing, man?
Hey, Eric.
So what I really like to do, and kind of what I was telling you in the green room before, is I really, really just want to talk about you, get to know who you are. I asked a few serious questions, I asked some fun questions, I asked some lame questions.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's just kind of to get to know who you are and your personality and get everyone to know who you are. So first and foremost, tell us a little about yourself and who you are and what you like to do.
Okay. Well, I'm a native New Yorker. I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I lived there a little bit over half of my life. My wife and I then made the move here to Maryland, and we've been here a little bit over 20 years now. So,
and you've been married for like 21, haven't you?
Yeah. We were married in 2000. So, yeah. So, we moved here. I had a few jobs. I worked as a FedEx courier driver, and I did that for 8 years. I'm currently a bus driver now, which I just hit my 9th year, August 28th. And some of the things I like to do, well, before COVID hit, I used to like to work out. I used to work out about 4 or 5 times a week, but now it's a little bit hard because it's hard to get motivated at home. You know, you come home from work. Yeah, it's hard. And a lot of times what motivated me was getting to the gym and seeing other people working out. And that kind of pumped me up. But now I get home, you know, I don't feel like wearing a mask when I go to the gym.
So they require masks when you're at the gym?
Yeah, now they do.
Here they don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. They I guess about maybe about a month ago, he was able to go in there without a mask. Then the restrictions, they apply the restrictions again. So now you have to wear a mask. And but I still try to get in every now and then. But I do a lot more walking now. So
yeah, I was working out pretty hard for about until COVID hit, but I had to get knee replacement surgery. I tore my labrum in my shoulder, and then I got everything taken care of. Then COVID hit, and I swear I just have gained all this weight.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely
hard, man. I totally hear you. And then I was starting to get motivated to go back to working out and everything, and then I get sick, and I was like, ugh. And now my lungs won't let me work out because if I just walk up the stairs, I'm done. I have to put oxygen on and everything. So
wow, yeah,
you can't win.
Yeah, and also, I can't work out as hard as I used to. Some years ago, probably over 10 years ago, I tore my patella tendon playing basketball, and that was a serious injury. I mean,
And you didn't get it fixed, or can you?
no, I had to. I
Okay.
mean, because my kneecap literally slid to my thigh, up to my thigh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it snapped right off the ligament.
Right
and
off.
Yeah, so they had to drill some holes and loop the ligament and sew it back together.
Well, that's
But
not. That's got to be painful.
yeah, so
So it just popped.
it just popped. I went up for a layup. When I came down, it popped. I blacked out for like 3 seconds, and when I felt my knee, there was like no kneecap there, and my
Wow.
kneecap was up in my quad.
So it was like immediate surgery.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, they had to fit me in, but I mean, it took like a week later. So I was like in a
So
in
you
a
were in like
splint.
severe pain for a week before you got.
Yeah, it was all black and blue. It was bad.
Man.
What's up, Nick?
Oh, we got more people in. I've been paying attention to you.
Emo. What's up, George?
Yeah, George is a good man.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that I want to get to know about you, and the first few questions are kind of serious. What three major events or events in your life have made the biggest impact of who you are today?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're kind of deep questions.
Yeah.
To kind of get to know who you are, and
I think probably the first one was when my son was born. I was
absolutely. I totally get that.
I was relatively young.
How old were you?
I was 23.
Hey, I was 23 when my oldest was born too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I mean, and it changes you right away. And I was probably the first one out of all my friends to have a child at that time. You know, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, you have to grow up quick, and that was probably one.
So how did that make you grow up? Because for me, when I had Isaac, or when Janice had Isaac, I was going to college, and next thing I know is I'm going to college, but I'm also working like 3 part-time jobs because she can't. You know, it's just like all of a sudden you're a dad, you're a husband, and you're going full-time school so that you can eventually support them better.
Right.
It really made you like just think about, oh, suck, this is real.
Yeah, I mean, where I used to go outside and play basketball with my friends every Saturday morning, you know, that wasn't as often.
Yeah.
Because now, you know, I was working, but you know, now I had to. I think I was working part-time at UPS in New York, so I had to find something that was, you know, full-time, and you know, there was no more playing around, you know, no more hanging out with the boys anymore, you know.
And that's when we always gain weight, because all of a sudden we're going full time and we're making sure that our family's taken care of instead of just us having fun.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And,
okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, that's okay.
Your second and third ones?
Second, it's probably when I went into and I don't talk about this a lot, but you know, I dealt with depression, and that probably started when I was about 35. And let me see.
Did it start when you were 35, or you just knew you finally had it at 35?
No, I didn't know. I had it at 35. I didn't know till probably like 7 years later. Like I was feeling some type of way, and for like 7 years, and I didn't know what it was. And my wife would say, "Oh, you know, you should probably go see someone." I'm like, "No, I can do it on my own. You know, I'll deal with it."
Yeah.
And you can't. It's hard. You can't. You know. I always tell everyone whoever's dealing with anything like that to please go see someone and get some help, because it's almost impossible for you to do it on your own. And
Absolutely.
and I went through that. Finally, when I figured out what was going on, like 7 years later, you know, I was like drinking a lot. I almost got fired from my job. because I was missing so many days at work, and I finally got some help. I seen a lot of people along the way that helped me, and then that led into number three, which when my daughter was born, and that just changed me altogether.
Girls are
Because
just special.
yeah, it's because you have your boys, and they're gonna grow up, and at some point they're gonna be able to take care of themselves. But when you have a girl, like, you're so protective, and when she was born, I just was like, everything that I do from here on out has to be for her. It's not about me anymore. I've taken care of my issues. Now it's time to take care of her.
Yeah.
And that's I think those are probably the three things that just changed my life altogether.
Yeah, everyone knows, and Lydia, I love her to death, and she's my daughter, and I had never experienced anything like depression. Like, I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, but not to a level where I felt harming myself, or just more of a, you pull away and you might be a little bit irritable and stuff like that. But
Exactly.
with her, I learned a whole new level of what panic attacks are and stuff, and to see people go through that and not realize what they're going through, I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
And
it was.
that for 7 years.
Yeah,
Is that-
it was like from the age of 35 to like 42. I knew something was wrong with me. I couldn't pinpoint it.
You just knew.
I knew something was wrong, and I guess I was afraid to get help because, being, I consider myself like an old school person. Guys usually don't get help.
We don't.
We try to tough it out. We try to,
Especially our age, where
Right.
we were like, it seems like the later on right now, they're more in touch with themselves and stuff like that, and they're more willing to share.
Exactly.
But you and I, we were just like, no, shut up.
right,
We're
exactly.
friends. Just do your thing.
Exactly. So I went to AA meetings, and I said, well, I don't think this is my issue. I'm drinking a lot, but it's not because I want to drink. It's because I'm trying to forget about what issues I'm having. Then you wake up the next day and they're still there.
And it's
So I'm
still
like,
there.
I can. This is not what I need right now. So eventually I got help. And I seen what, maybe about 3 therapists, and that also takes a toll on your marriage.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So my wife and we went to marriage counseling, and
So Eric, right here, I don't know if you follow him on YouTube or not, but he's gone through a lot of stuff what you're talking about personally, and he has a show that I think Eric should reach out to you, because it's all about being sober, and not necessarily that you're sober. It's just more of like, how did you overcome your illness? And it sounds like you've really been able to overcome that.
yeah, it was tough. It was a tough.
Yeah.
The 7 years was tough, and then even finally when I started to see the therapist and the marriage counselor, that was tough for the few years that we did that. And but thank
I'll
God.
tell you what, though, you willing to go to therapy and doing all that, that's amazing, because most people wouldn't do that. And I mean, and everyone thinks being married 100% of the time, now not everyone in this chat, but they think it's all like fun and you're always doing stuff fun and it's all lovey-dovey. I'm like,
Right.
nope.
No. It might start off that way.
Yeah.
It might start off that way, but and then there's adult issues. There's real things that come into play.
Yeah, my dad always said, you want to marry your best friend, because you're going to lose a baby, something's going to happen, you might lose a house, you'll lose a job, and there's certain things that you have to have your best friend with you. And so
Yeah, I totally agree.
all right, so the next question I have for you, And I appreciate you sharing that. That was amazing.
Nah, that's no
Who had the
problem.
biggest impact of the person you've become today?
Wow, that's tough.
Totally agree, Joey.
That's tough because you know my I don't. It's tough because I have like my father's work ethic,
Mm-hmm.
but I have like my mother's toughness. But I think my wife shaped me into the man I am today.
Oh, that's a really good answer. That's a really good answer. How so?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, she's, when I was going through my issues, she never left my side, always tried to help. She, like you said, you want to marry your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that's what I did. And she, she just holds this family together, and I'm sure like, a lot of men in the chat will agree that their wives are, you know, they hold the family together. And, she helped me become a man. She, she helped me, when I was young and immature with my first child, she told me, listen, you can't be hanging out with your friends all the time. You got a son you have to take care of. And, you know, and then it registers, it doesn't register right away. And then as you get older and you're like, wow, I see, I know what she was talking about. But, I have to say my wife, you know.
Yeah, I would agree. I do see both my mom and dad in me and my work ethic and my personality, my jokes, my sarcasm. 100% my mom. But there comes a point when you've been married for such a long time. Like I've been married almost half my life,
Okay.
and I know Candace obviously has too. She's 4 years younger than I am, and there comes a point and we're like, where did that come from? Because we know we both said it like it was just all of a sudden your personality is just a mesh.
It's
And
it's incredible how that works,
yeah, where you won't even say anything. You just look at each other. You know what we're
Hmm.
thinking, and yeah, it's so much fun. Like being married is so much fun, and
Yeah.
she never left my side, never when I was in the
Yeah.
hospital, and she was sick, but she just was there for me the whole time, and
Hmm.
yeah, they become your rock. They
No,
really do.
absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah, when I'm in need, she's the first person I call.
Yep.
But great answer, man.
Thank you.
You're killing this. So, kind of you as being a bus driver and you being a very hard worker and just loving what you do. How do you measure success? And with that, who is the most successful person that you know?
How do I measure success?
Yeah,
Uh,
because
just
because everyone measures success differently. Success doesn't have to be work. Success can be like, your spirituality can be pretty much anything you think of.
I think when you have an impact on people and you're able to they're able to, and it doesn't necessarily mean like materialistic things, just being there for someone and them appreciating what you do. I feel that's success right there. You know, being in this community, I've met so many great people,
Absolutely.
and you know, for me, just for them following me on Instagram or just following our channel, I feel that's success.
Hmm.
Because it's you know that's the only thing that that I'm looking for is for them, for them to just be cool with us and it's just
Be a
I,
brotherhood.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I mean. And the most successful person I know,
Due to what your definition of being successful is.
Wow.
And you guys in the chat, let me know what you think success means and how it should be measured.
Yeah. That's a good question. To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't think it's, being successful means you have to have a lot of money or, you have to be popular or anything like that. Being successful is just, if you're, if you're employed and you're providing for your family. I think that's success right there. I mean, being from where I'm from, I don't take anything for granted now. I'm from the projects. It was it was hard growing up where I grew up, and now being employed, having a house, car, like I feel like I done all right for myself. Um, that's success for me.
I think everyone who's talking is exactly what you're saying. I love everyone's comments. I appreciate it. But the one that I specifically like is to actually start with an evaluation of effort and focus you put into something. I think that's true. It's like, because we can be successful in work, but not successful in life. We can be successful
True.
in a family, but not successful. So I would agree with that completely, Brian. I think that's a great definition. But it's like, where do we put our effort? And maybe we need to adjust our effort and stuff like that. Because I've noticed since my way of thinking has changed just a little bit about how I need to spend more time with the family since the hospital and things like that. Just like, hey, this is my family's a little important. Even though I spend time with them,
Right.
maybe I need to do better. Because after this, we're going to go fishing.
Right.
Like as a family, we're going to go to the reservoir and have fun, and then
Right.
hopefully do a little camp. We have a campfire. We have a little campfire ring and stuff like that. And
Okay.
then we can cook up the fish and stuff. So
Nice.
we enjoy that stuff. But I love your answers, man. You're a
Thank
good
you.
man. Okay. Hey, Ron, what's up, Dagan? How you doing, man? All right. So every one of us goes through stuff. Every one of us, like we were talking about, you've gone through the three things that have impacted your life that were very personal that you shared.
Hmm.
That I absolutely just love because it's real.
Right.
All of us go through real stuff.
Hmm.
All of us have death of loved ones. We have depression, anxiety. We go through loss of jobs, all that. So what keeps you going when things get tough? Because, like we said, things get tough.
Yeah. Now it's just thinking about my family. Like
That's that in a minute, Nick.
my train of thought is so much different from even 6 years ago, where I was doing things and I didn't have, I wasn't thinking about the consequences. I wasn't thinking about my family. Now, before I even do anything, I'm thinking first, I'm thinking about them, and I'm asking myself, is this the right decision for me to make, whatever it may be?
Smart.
So I think about them, and then I think about, if I'm not there, how much tougher it's going to be. So my family always comes into play. I mean, my family's number one. Like I'm sure everyone else's family is to them,
Yeah, but this is about you.
Yeah. I think Evok asked
No,
me.
I agree. The older I get, the more I realize I don't know.
Hmm.
It's kind of like when I went and got my master's degree. You start learning a little bit about something, a lot about a little bit of something.
Right.
Then you realize they're like, holy crap, there's so much I still need to know. That's how I felt about growing up. Like you start raising your first son, and you're like, okay, I'm doing good, and then you're like, oh no, I did it wrong.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
second one comes, you try to do a little better. You keep getting better, and I think that's just what you said. It's just like as you grow up, and
Hmm.
you get older, you get more mature, and
Right.
I think that's a great answer, man. All right. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Actually, I came up with a plan. Because I don't plan on driving a bus for the next 18 years before I retire. So, I want to move up, and the next step is becoming a coordinator, and then you keep moving up after that.
So how do you do that?
Um,
You
it's
have the experience, obviously.
yeah, the experience. I know like certain things have to get better, like being on time to each stop. You have to work on that. But I was already told that I'll make a great coordinator. I don't think it's the time. There was an opening, but I don't think I'm ready yet. So I told my wife that's what I want to work towards, doing that.
Yeah.
But I actually gave myself 2 years. So
2 years.
to become a coordinator. So hopefully in 5, I'll still be a coordinator.
That's cool. Good
Yeah.
for you, man. Yeah, I where I see myself in 5 years is doing Copper John's full time and having several employees and helping everyone around. Literally, Candace and I. There's a person that we met this week that lost their house and they're moving across the country.
Wow.
And Candace and I were like, "How would it be if we could just give them $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000? Say, take care of your family, get food, travel."
Mm-hmm.
First month of rent is for us. I mean, we really, really want to do stuff like that, and it's just like that's where I hope to see myself in 5 years, is to be able to support my family on Copper Johns and help others, and so that's my goal. Now I know I'll be doing this full time in 5 years, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that.
Right. Well, I think you're on your way. You have a great company. You have great products. I think everyone can agree on that.
I appreciate it, man. There's a lot of good companies, and luckily people like mine as well. So before we go on to some of the fun questions, guys, any questions that you guys have for Jose?
I think I seen E-Rock ask me what part of Maryland I was in. I'm in Germantown, E-Rock.
Where's Germantown?
It's probably 45 minutes south of Baltimore.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I used to live in Lorton, in Washington, D.C., in Virginia, if you know where that is.
Is that where the I think there's a prison over there, right? The
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh no. Okay.
We're like 3 miles from D.C. and about 30 minutes from Manassas.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I love DC. We would go there on Sundays all the time to go to the zoo with my oldest.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, you're in Frederick. Oh wow, yeah. I go to Frederick all the time. That whole shopping strip. Yeah.
Emo's like, why are you so awesome, and why do you love emo so much?
For the same reason, because Emo's awesome, man. Emo's like the nicest dude, man. I swear to God.
We're going to have a number 2 with him in November, because we got into the green room after we got done talking, and he was sharing. I'm like, yeah, we need to do a number 2. Like, he has so many life experiences. It's crazy.
Oh wow, yeah. Emo's a great dude. Be the native too. Okay.
I'm 30 minutes away from Manassas. Nice. Yeah. I loved it up there. Virginia, West Virginia, all those places are gorgeous. The only thing I hated was DC. It took you to go 3 miles, it took you like 3 hours.
It's still the same thing.
Oh, it's crazy.
It is the worst.
So the next question is, let me get to it. What do you think is the best show on Netflix right now?
Ooh.
And everyone can answer. Let me know what you think.
On Netflix?
Or just any show in general. I just put Netflix because I don't have regular TV. I have Netflix and Hulu and Disney and stuff. But
the best show. Let me see. I'm currently watching the documentary from Spike Lee.
Oh,
It's called 9/11 through 2021 and a half,
and what's
and
that on?
it's on HBO.
Okay.
So he's talking about the 9/11 events, everything that has led up to where we're at now. So pretty interesting.
Oh yeah. We right now, Candace and I are watching Alone. If you've ever seen that,
Alone.
I think we just got done watching Alone season 7, and it's basically a bunch of survivalists,
Hmm.
and they put these survivalists in the worst conditions ever known to man. And this one was in the Arctic, in like
Uh-huh.
so it's freezing cold and all this, and so they have to like survive. And if they survive over 100 days, the last one gets $1 million.
Wow.
And all they get is 10 items. They get to choose what 10 items they want,
Uh-huh.
and that's it. And then they have cameras, and the cameras they have to film themselves, and they're the ones filming the show personally.
Oh, that sounds
And,
cool.
and there was one episode that there was this huge ox in like the ones that have the
Uh-huh.
horns that come like this,
Right.
and he has just a knife, and he's like, "What do I do? I'm starving. I'm starving." The next thing you know, he has like a GoPro on his head. And he's just chasing after him, stabbing him, and he's like, "Ah!" It was
Oh
hilarious
my God.
and scary. I'm like, "Oh, he died."
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Michael? Wait, it moved on me. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? All right, let's see what everyone else likes to see. And if you haven't seen, 24. 24 has been a long time, but that's a good show. Cocaine Cowboys. I've never heard of that one.
Me neither.
Animal Kingdom. It's a good one. I've seen like one show. I haven't been able to watch anymore. Chameleon? Never even heard of that one. Coco Melon. Coco Melon. Oh, I read that wrong. Breaking Bad is a good one. You have to get through the first like 3 or 4 episodes, and then it's good. To me. All right. So, what's your guilty pleasure? What do you like? That you're like, I shouldn't like this, but you do anyway.
Chocolate chip cookies. Oh my God. I don't know. Something about chocolate chip cookies. I'll be like, let me just have 2. Might turn into 2 dozen.
That's how I am with Oreos.
Oh, okay. So yeah, same feeling. Someone said porn. They said porn.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty simple. I don't, at this point in my life, I just do simple things, and but when it comes to food, probably chocolate chip cookies.
see, I like the rich, fatty stuff. That's just like like if I'm going to have a steak, I'm adding all this blue cheese, crumbled blue cheese, all this. I just like rich foods and stuff like that. That's my problem.
Okay.
I like sweets, but I'm not a chocolate fan. But Oreos with milk, really good.
I like red velvet too, King. Yeah.
I thought it was red velvet cake. No, nah, it's what is it? German chocolate's my favorite by far.
Mm.
If you've ever had that.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your all-time favorite movie?
All-time favorite movie. See, I'm not a big movie person, but let me see.
There's so many good ones.
I know.
Right? Manifest is good. I'm on season 2.
I don't know, something with substance. Probably like a Malcolm X.
Go Buck. That's your all-time favorite movie.
Maybe Malcolm X. I'll probably say.
See, I've never seen that. And there's so many movies out there that people are like, you need to see this. Like, I've never seen Godfather or.
Oh, neither have I.
Like,
And I
everyone's
heard,
always talking about, you need to see this. I'm like,
right. Yeah, I'm sure there's another movie other than Malcolm X, but that's the only one that comes to mind right now.
yeah. Is it a documentary or is
No,
it?
that's a Spike Lee movie.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
like Spike Lee?
Yeah, I mean
What is it about Spike Lee that you like?
he's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn.
He likes the Knicks. Are you a Knicks fan?
I'm a big New York fan. New York
Okay.
everything.
So are you a Jets fan or a Giants
No,
fan?
Giants fan.
See, I'm a huge Zach Wilson fan because he's from here.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what he does.
Okay. Yeah, big Yankee fan. I remember my dad taking me to my first Yankee game when I was
See,
what?
that is a bucket list for me.
Oh,
Always wanted to go to a Yankees game. Always.
yeah. And I went, this was the old stadium. So
Appreciate you, Michael.
this was the old stadium. So he took me, I guess I was about 9 years old. And that's when I was introduced. No, actually, I was introduced to baseball before that because he took me to a Mets game. But, he was a Yankee fan. So
That's
I
so
grew up
cool,
a Yankee
though.
fan.
No,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to watch a Boston Red Sox Yankees game in Yankee Stadium. It's just my dad or my grandpa. I grew up with my grandpa. We were really close, and he was Italian, and
Okay.
so he grew up in 1910 when all the Italians played for the Yankees, and so he grew up, and so I just watched the Yankees all the time with him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've never been able to go, but I would love to one day. That's really cool.
Yeah. Actually, believe it or not, the first Yankee game was a Yankee a Red Sox game. It was
Oh, really?
It was. I'm not sure if anyone's a big baseball fan. I think Aaron Rodgers is a Yankee fan, but I went to Dave
Yeah,
Righetti's.
Aaron Rodgers. He posted him actually being at the stadium a couple days
Yeah.
ago.
I went to the Dave Righetti no hitter July 4th against the Red Sox.
That'd be fun.
So that was the first Yankees game.
See, we went to a Washington Nationals game against Houston when we lived in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then
a
when
nice
I lived,
stadium.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then when I lived in Houston, I went to several Houston games, but it was when it was called Enron Field,
Oh, okay.
and I don't even know what it's called anymore because I haven't lived there for a while. But
Yeah.
Enron, if you remember Enron.
Yeah.
But we got Dances with the Wolves. Holy crap,
That's
that's a good one.
Okay.
See, I think Dances with Wolves made Kevin Costner.
Oh, it says, why couldn't he be a Bills fan? They're a New York team.
Bills fan?
Yeah.
Where are we saying? Where are we seeing that?
Who was that?
Oh, right here. Michael's right.
Yeah. No, they're a bit further up, so not a lot of Bills fans around. my
Actually,
neighborhood.
isn't Josh Allen a Bills fan or a Bills quarterback?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he's
he's
good.
he's my quarterback for fantasy football.
Yeah. I think you're gonna do well with him. He's awesome.
Rose, Yankees. I got to go to the Yankee Stadium, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of those things.
I also went to the new stadium the first year. I didn't have great seats, but it was still nice.
Dude, that's so cool. How much are the tickets now?
Well, I went in
If you're on
2000.
the cheap stuff,
Well, I went in 2009, and my sister was working for some fancy place in Manhattan, so they gave her tickets, and she gave them to me. So I can't even remember how much were the tickets.
why Reds? I'm like in my mind, like why?
But they had a good team in the '70s, the Big Red Machine.
I don't know anything about the Reds. I know a lot. Back in the day when everyone was taking steroids, with Sammy Sosa and Mark and
Yeah,
but what's his name, Bonds? That was fun to watch.
yeah,
Remember when they were having that home run derby? It was the whole season.
yeah. Mark
I
McGwire.
watched that whole season, every game, just to see if they would hit another one. That was
Yeah.
fun.
But I think they were coming back from the strike, so I think Major League Baseball knew what was going on, but that was the only way to get the fans back.
Yeah. Oh, they knew.
Yeah.
And now, they test for everything, supposedly.
Yeah.
All right. So we
No.
are a bearded company, and all this kind of stuff. So what trends do you see? And by the way, if anyone's never followed Bearded Rose, that's Jose's handle name on Instagram. If you guys haven't watched him or seen what he does, go follow him. He has a million products from everyone, and he's a huge supporter of the community and of the companies and of everyone else. So when I asked this, he would know. So what trends do you see coming in 2022?
I think we're gonna see more companies getting into the emu and the ostrich, which
Okay.
which I think it's a great feeling beard. It's not a make or break for me. It like if I see it, it doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it from a certain company. But there's always a trend, like when the grapeseed, when companies start getting rid of the grapeseed, which I think grapeseed is still a great carrier, but I know it doesn't have a long shelf life, and I can attest to that because I lost like 7 oils last summer. And they went bad. They just and it was not the company. It was my fault because I have so many oils I can't.
How many oils do you think you have?
After
You have a lot, and you just gave away a ton.
I did. I 4, 5. I probably have maybe right now maybe close to 200.
Dang.
And that's after
Good for you.
That's after giving up a lot.
Yeah.
And
What's your favorite scent profile? Not company, just say scent profile.
Scent profile. I'm probably a tobacco musk type person. So, but I'm getting more into the citrus scents. So before I kind of stayed away from that, but I'm getting into that a little bit more.
See, and I'm just the opposite of what you're saying. Is I've always been into citrus, and now I'm starting to get into tobacco. I've been working on a few tobacco scents, and I'm like, I should have done this a long time ago.
No, they're great, but I'm not a big cologne person. But so I've brought cologne scents and just not for me. So I just
some
pass them
colognes
along.
give me really bad headaches.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. But so you see emu and ostrich. Anything else?
I don't know. That's probably about it. I don't, I see companies, making adjustments all the time, with their products. So, but I think emu and ostrich are, I think people want to dab into that a little bit more. They see, what the companies, how well the companies do from making products with those carriers. So I think some companies will dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah, I do too. It's just hard. Like for me as a company, I don't want to offer too many, and this is serious because, I have this huge blender and mixer, and then I pump that pumps out, and it's just like it's a lot of work. And so when you have right now, I have 2 different blends, and if I have like multiple, like 3, 4 different types of blends, it's a lot of work.
I bet. Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. Emu and ostrich are definitely becoming more popular. So, what's your opinion on CBD oils? Nick wants to know.
CBD
CBD in oil. Sorry.
I've heard that
I agree.
companies don't. I've heard that company. I've never used any CBD products, so I can't really speak on it.
Okay.
But I've heard people say there's probably not enough CBD to make a difference in your beard. I'm not sure about that, but I've never tried a CBD product before.
I've tried a few, and personally, for me, I can't tell a huge difference. But that's just me. It's not that they're a bad quality. It's just
Right.
every person's body is different. Everyone's hair is different, and so.
Yeah.
But for me, I've heard people just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So I agree with Joey. I see companies becoming more complete grooming companies. I see that too. I mean, everyone. The small batch companies are becoming more of a complete grooming company. I would agree with that.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good answer.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Pamper Chef?
Hey,
I'm
hey.
just seeing any more comments because everyone has some great answers. Joey, I see that.
Matt says Chronic Beer Co. has awesome CBD.
But see, I liked his stuff before.
Yeah.
And
And
so
I
I
have.
haven't tried his new stuff, but I have his old. I have Pipe Stream or something like that of his, and I
Yeah.
like it.
So do I. So do I.
And that's what I mean is I'm starting to really like tobacco scents, and I haven't in the past.
Yeah.
But I think my nose palate is expanding. So, Casey says the CBD products I've tried feel great, but I have also had some feel just as good, if not better, without. See, that's how I am. It's just I can't tell the difference.
Yeah. And the same thing with I feel about emu and ostrich. I get it, it feels great, but if a company blends their carriers well, I'm also gonna have the same, if not better, outcome. So, like I said, for me, it's not make or break.
My first, I would say my graybeard line. Like I love my regular line, but the graybeard line, I absolutely just love. It makes my beard feel the best I've ever felt, and that's and that's me being maybe a little biased, but it's the
Right.
truth.
Right.
But all right, now here comes my fun part. Like I said, I like to try to be about an hour, just so that Dagan has his show, and I try not to. But I love would you rather questions. I think they're so dumb, but they're so much fun. So anyone listening in the comments, just throw out would you rather questions. But my first question is, would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the most intelligent?
The funniest. The
Yeah,
funniest.
you're
Yeah.
the funniest.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I think that would be fun, but I think I'd rather be the most intelligent.
Okay.
It's that's how it works. What about you guys? Why would you want to be the funniest?
It's something about making people laugh. It's everyone, all eyes on you, and you have people cracking up. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. You're
but not
definitely the
wrong.
nicest. Oh wait, that's not what I tried. It just moved on me. Dang it. Nick, I will ask if anyone has questions at the very end, and then we'll talk about that if you don't mind. Any chance of a deep conditioner coming out? Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Yeah.
Just working. I have a lot going on right now. Funniest.
Yeah.
Laughter is a great outlet, and he goes intelligence because you can come up with funny jokes.
Hey, Aaron, I saw your question. I'll answer it in a bit.
Where?
He had a question earlier on.
Oh yeah. Let's hurry and do this, and then we'll answer all those questions.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to talk your way out of any situation or punch your way out of any situation?
Nowadays, talk my way out. I'm too old to be fighting people. Sometimes.
I have never gotten in a fight.
No, never.
Never. Mm-mm.
Wow.
I did wrestling, I did football, I did sports, but I've never gotten a fight. Like I fought in a game before where a guy tried to in football where I was blitzing and he was holding me and I hit his arm and we wrestled and all that kind of crap. But
Right.
never got in a fight. But I think it's always because I'm so big.
Yeah. I'm not at the age now where I can be punching people out. I'd rather talk my way out of a situation.
Everyone is talk, which makes sense. All right. So next one. Would you rather get a face tattoo of something you want or a tattoo in a discrete area but someone else chooses it?
Oh my god. No, I'll go with the face tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those shows where they had like the boyfriend girlfriend get to choose what they want?
Yeah. Oh
like,
my god, that's terrible.
It's horrible. And I'm like, dude, that's permanent, man.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brett's face.
Yeah.
Someone else too. Mark's playing is gambling right here. Would you rather clog the toilet at a date's house or at your office? Mind you, you're single, so don't think it's or you're dating your wife.
Well, I did clog the toilet up at someone's house before. So
you did a little bit of what is it, Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, exactly. So and oh my god, it was a mess. So I guess I'll go with I'll go with that. I'll go with clog the toilet at a date's house.
Why is that? No, you got to tell us your story.
Well, it wasn't a date. It was a friend's house. It was a couple of us hanging out, and I had to use the bathroom, and I guess there was too much toilet paper in there, and then the thing started to rise. So I'm like, oh no. Man! So I gotta, I'm trying to plunge the thing. I'm trying to get it down, and I flushed it one more time, and it just came out, and it oh my god, it was such a mess, man. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, I don't remember what show was it? No, it was Friends when Russ was wearing his Ross was wearing his leather tight pants. It has nothing to do with it, but I remember that he had like baby powder and water and crap all over. Dude, that would be so embarrassing. I'd rather do it at the office than
at the office.
Yeah. What's funny is someone did that at our work, and someone did it, and I'm just like, oh, whoa, this is gross, but you don't know who did it.
Right.
But if you're at your date's house, they know.
That's true. That is true. And I only picked the date's house because, like I said, it happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
No, I think your answers are great. I love this. All right, here's a tough one. Would you rather listen to Justin Bieber for the rest of your life or only watch Hallmark Channel for the rest of your life?
Justin Bieber all day.
Okay, you like Justin Bieber?
I do. I like Justin Bieber, so I can listen to his music. I'm all right with that. The Hallmark Channel, I think my mother-in-law watches that, and it's a little depressing. So I will pass on that.
The only time I ever watched the Hallmark Channel is seriously with my wife, and they're usually Christmas shows that we watch during Christmas time. And But
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tyson.
But the Lifetime ones,
those are the worst.
I'm like, my wife was like, "You want to watch this?" I'm like, "No, it's just about a guy getting beat up by his wife." And I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Right.
Like, the wife kills the husband because he abused her, and that's
right. That's all you see on that channel. Oh my god.
I hate Hallmark. baby, oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think that. Excuse me. Yeah, no, the light. You do got a YouTube. No, dead serious. YouTube. Candace, if you're still on, tell me what it is, what it's called. If you remember, there's a Lifetime show that is Will Ferrell and the girl off the Bridesmaids. She was on Saturday Night Live too.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig.
Okay.
They do a Lifetime show and they try to be serious about it.
Oh, I can't do it.
She's pregnant and she falls off a deck into the water that's like an inch, and she loses the baby. And then all of a sudden, because he's like rich and everything in the show, the wife's all depressed and everything, but they have like this maid that's like a teenage girl, that falls in love with Will Ferrell. It's so bad.
They got like the worst two people to play a serious role
I know.
with them two. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, she does love the Hallmark one. Yeah, this is my wife right here.
Oh.
Oh, dude, they're horrible. Would you rather have a mullet and be awesome, or have massive diarrhea?
I'd rather have a mullet because that means I have hair.
You have
So
hair.
yeah. So
No, I always tell everyone that who's on, not diarrhea part, but just because everyone doesn't like a mullet, I think it's hilarious because I'm getting
I'll go for that in a minute. I mean, if I could,
Yeah, the mullet competition is actually next week on this show,
Okay.
so I'm actually really excited for it. We just need a couple more people. A couple people decided to cut their mullet off. I'm like,
Let's see.
all right, yeah, Clifton wig.
And Roger said,
Oh wow,
Rose, if you had to wear Red Sox or Mets gear for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Mets.
where are you looking, man?
Yeah, it's above.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Oh, Mets. I can't wear no Red Sox gear.
No.
At least the Mets are. At least they play in New York. I mean. Red
All right.
Sox, oh God.
What Tyson can mullet? Yeah. What is this? When is the show? Yeah, next Sunday, just a normal time. We're just doing the mullet show, and it's going to be really fun. So, okay, so we had lots and lots of questions. Now let's get to them. So if you guys can ask your questions one more time so that we can hit them so I don't have to scroll up, that'd be amazing. So, yeah, right here. Chad, it moved. Chad, how you doing, man? Yeah, Chad is actually going to be one of the judges.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Appreciate you joining us, man.
Yeah.
I love him. Yeah, see, I'm telling you. Hallmark Christmas are huge. All right, I know we had lots of questions, so you guys can ask them again. Rose, you can take this one.
Why do men have nipples? Can't they be? What was it in Meet the Parents?
Yeah,
When he said, Greg, I have nipples. Can I be milked?
Where's where?
Oh, yeah. He asked if I was Dominican. No, Aaron, I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, what part? Where's your family from?
Place called Salinas.
Okay, I know exactly where that is.
Okay.
So, doesn't Puerto Rico cut off like half their words, or is that El Salvador?
Yeah, we. I mean, my Spanish is not that great, but we, from what I understand, we don't use the correct, the correct words in Spanish. We cut words, we add words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of the funnest people that I used to speak Spanish really well, and I don't anymore. But they would be speaking. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. And then there you'd have people, people from Mexico and stuff like that. Were like, vamos a parquear, and I'm like, ¿qué es parquear? I'm like, como a park. I'm like, what is that? You can't say that crap.
Yeah, that's just like us. Yeah. Same thing we do.
I know. I'm like, you can't say park yard. There's no such thing as that. Let's see. My bad. Tim's on the boots at New York. Oh, okay. Nick, you had a question. What was your question, man? I can't remember. Do you remember any of the other questions? Because some of them might cut off.
I see J. Cruz says, Rose, favorite new company you have tried? This year, by far, Stroke.
I still got to try that. I've talked to Aaron quite a bit.
Yeah,
he's actually going to be in the mullet challenge. Aaron
is? Okay. Okay. Because I saw them yesterday in McMahon's live, but they both had a hat on. I'm trying to figure out.
Aaron was the top one.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh, my brother said was hey, Nick. Nick was well, just chilling with family. I think Nick will ask me about COVID, but I can't remember.
Oh,
All right.
Aaron, I'm sorry, Tyson. Aaron said, my bad. Tim's and Tim's are the boots that New Yorkers wear.
No, you're AA run, man. You're AA run.
Aaron. Yeah. Actually, Tim's are uncomfortable. I have a pair, but I don't wear them
Are
because
you a
they're
shoe guy
uncomfortable.
too?
I was, but that becomes too expensive, and beer products are, you
Expensive
know,
too.
it is, but I
I
get
mean, you
more
could buy
joy.
a couple of combos. You're like, $50, $60.
Yeah, but I get more joy out of this, because I'm wearing a uniform 5 days a week. So
So, Chris, that's true.
yeah,
So, why do you have to wear? I've always wondered. Bus drivers are always wearing the bright reflective gear, but you're driving, so why do you have to wear it?
that's true. I wear it, and I wear it too. I don't know. We're given those, I guess just in case at night, if our bus breaks down and we got to put cones out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I wear mine during the day.
Yeah. So Nick, I don't know if it necessarily. No, it did. So when I found out, when the doctor came to me and literally said, Tyson, you're not going to be here tonight. We need to talk about, if you want to be put in a coma with a ventilator, or what do you want? He's like, but you need to say goodbye to your kids now. You need to say goodbye to your wife. When that happened, I realized that I hadn't necessarily taken care financially of my family. Like, I have life insurance, I have the things like that, but I'm like, are they really going to be taken care of? And so that changed a lot. So Candace and I we're setting up a meeting with a financial advisor to make sure that when the time arises that I pass away, that they're taken care of that way. So maybe my life insurance or other things like that. So that scared me. Let me rephrase that. I was so sick I couldn't think, but it got to but afterwards, that's what came to my mind. And so I would say definitely making sure that my family's taken care of once I'm gone, because I never thought I'd pass away this quick. But now I'm like, it really could happen anytime. So I got to take care of my family. So that's what I would say has changed the most. What's your favorite meal?
Anytime my wife makes she makes pork chops and
Ooh, pork chops.
And roasted potatoes and cabbage, right there.
And cabbage. I've never had roasted potatoes and cabbage.
Yeah, and some hot sauce on the cabbage.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is that a East Coast thing?
It might be a soul food thing, I think.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
I've had cabbage and all that kind of stuff, but I've never had it that way.
Yeah, I mean, like for my birthday, she was like, what do you want to eat? I said, hey, you already know, pork chops, fried pork chops.
Good cook. Yeah, I'm a huge sirloin. I love sirloin with the blue cheese on it and some salt and pepper, and that's about it. And I do love a loaded potato with bacon and sour cream and butter and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So those two would be my favorite meal. What kind of no? Oh, okay. Appreciate that. All right, Rose's meal is on point. Oh, I didn't say it wasn't. I've just never heard of that. I can't. I don't. Favorite hot sauce?
It's not. It's hot sauce, but it's not. It's not really hot. Like it's hot. It's hot enough for me. Man, what's the name of it? It's the one everyone buys.
Tabasco.
Yeah, I think it's like Tabasco or something.
See, mine's Tapatio. I love Tapatio. Those chips, the Doritos Tapatio chips.
Okay.
My mouth just watered.
Ooh, yoo-hoo.
Pork belly, burnt ends are my favorite. Ooh.
Oh, those, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Those are good, too.
Yes.
I definitely agree. Both your meals aren't complete without you. I don't even know if they sell those in Utah. I've never seen one in my life.
I don't think I've had one since I was like 8, maybe.
Sriracha. Matt wants to know if it was sriracha.
No, it wasn't sriracha. Like it's hot sauce, but it's not really that hot. Like they have hotter, hotter.
Yeah, well, that's why I say Tabasco. Is it more vinegary?
Probably, yeah.
So Tabasco
it's not.
vinegary.
Because I can't take hot food anyway, but it's enough to put a little spice on it.
Yes, Brett, I totally agree with you. He sent me some. His hot sauce isn't hot, but
Oh no.
There's like a fresh salsa. If you've ever had like fresh ground salsa,
Okay.
It's really not like pico de gallo, but almost like pico de gallo ish.
Okay.
That takes stuff, and it tastes really good.
Yeah, and he sells them on his. He sells them, right?
I don't know if he sells them or not. He just he sends them. I think if you ask him, he'll just send them. He just makes a few batches and he just sends them out as being a good friend. Like if you jump on his show, I think he'll just give it to you just as a thank you. So Frank's hot sauce.
No.
I've heard of that. I've never tried that one.
That's probably too hot for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I really do. It's 5:07 my time, so 7:07 your time, and everyone started doing the other stuff. So,
Yeah.
anyone else have any other questions? If not, we're going to jump off. But Jose, man, you were some of the questions and some of your answers. I really appreciate you. I know you touched me, and I know my wife was, especially about the three things that have changed your life. That really touched me. So I appreciate your kindness and willing to jump on. Do you have anything you want to say to anyone?
I just want to thank you, Tyson, for inviting me on. I know there's a lot of guys in the chat that I don't know, and I hope I get to,
Yeah, plug your show real quick, because you have a show.
The Bearded Panel. We come on Saturday nights at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's for beard enthusiasts and 2 owners, and we just try to give different perspective. There's always we always have different views on things. So if you guys want to check that out, we appreciate that. But I like to get to know a lot of the guys in the chat. Like E-Rock, he said he lives in Maryland. I like to get in touch with him. Like he said, maybe we can meet up one day. And once again, I want to thank you, Tyson, for inviting me. Thank you so much.
No, man. Like I said, I asked you a month ago or so. I'm like, hey, do you want to jump on? Because I've always looked up to you. I think you're an amazing individual, so I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank everyone in the chat for joining, and appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. Mullet competition. Everyone be there. It's going to be fun.